Namaste, everyone, and welcome back to Live Stronger. I hope your recovery is on mark. You are eating well and you're sleeping well to ensure your muscles recover from our everyday exercises. As we progress, the exercises would get a little bit intense, so make sure your sleep and your food is on mark. Today, we are going to work on our back, and I've already started with my dynamic stretching. We are going to do the regular dynamic stretch, the greatest stretch, 5 repetitions on each side, ensuring we unlock our back, our hips, our inner thighs, our glutes, the entire body all together in this 5 repetitions on each side. So today the gym was quite busy even at late hours. So you might see people walking around in front of the camera. I'm really sorry about it. So, other than the dynamic in other than the greatest stretch, I have done the rotations. Unfortunately, I did not get a space to sit down and do it. So I chose to do it standing. Tried to keep my hips as straight as possible. As you can see, my hips were still a bit. There was still a bit of rotation in my hips, which is not ideal for this stretch, but if you don't have a space to sit down like today where the gym was very busy, you just do it standing. At least get that mobility drill done before we start with our exercises. So, but if you haven't seen, I recommend seeing my last back workout wherein I have done this stretch. You can just go watch that part and then come back here. It's simple. You sit down, hold a foam roller in between your thighs to make sure your hips remain straight, and then you just twist like I was twisting while I was standing. So now we move on to our warm up exercise. For my warm up, I'm doing 2 sets, 12 to 15 reps with 30 seconds break in between of single arm rows. Here, the focus point is to make sure to pull your elbow into your hips for every rep and get that extra bit of stretch. Since we are doing it with single arm, we can allow the if you don't have this particular equipment, you can do this on a lat machine, lat pull down machine also. So you can hook a single arm attachment and pull it towards your hips. Why towards your hip? It's just above your hips is where your lats originate or insert, and they go all the way till our upper back. So when we are pulling, when our arm at its highest point, the lats are stretched, and as we pull our elbow into our hips, the lat completely contracts. So allowing a lot of blood flow into the muscle and getting it ready for our today's exercises. Again, 2 sets, 15 reps each hand, 30 seconds break in between each set should be fine. You might feel a little bit of bicep activation because how close we are pulling. That's absolutely fine. So for my first exercise, I'm going to do the calf raises. Again, 2 sets, as many repetitions as possible with 60 seconds break in between. This time I chose to do donkey calf raises. We already have done this multiple number of times. We just need to find a step up box or couple of plates, place your toes on it, let your heels drop, lean forward with support, and then start pushing your calves up. A very simple exercise to get calf work done. Since I'm not able to load weight here as of now, I chose to do as many repetitions as possible till I feel tightness in my calves. So let's begin with our first back exercise. I chose to do deadlifts today. So spoiler, it didn't go quite well as I liked it to. I felt I was ready to start doing the deadlift movement, but I did not like how it went. I'll explain as we progress in the video. But to start off with, I started with doing few lifts with an empty barbell, trying to activate my back, trying to pause at my knee level, trying to engage my glutes and hamstrings as much as possible, making sure when I start lifting the weight, I feel good and locked. If you are someone who knows how to deadlift, please uh, go ahead, do the deadlifts. If you're someone who are absolutely new, try. If it doesn't go well, it's okay. We can learn it in future videos, but don't stress much. Deadlift is a very good exercise, but not worth uh, risking a lot on it, which might you might experience back pain or injury. So take it easy. So as you can see, I have done 3 sets of deadlifts. The first set I was able to get 8 to 10 repetitions. The last 2 sets I loaded a bit heavy, became overconfident, and I was able to only get 3 to 4 repetitions. One of the things which I noticed in my own video is that even after pulling the slack off the bar, my hips were raising a little bit early than I wanted. The exercise went well. I mean, I felt good. The efficient, my back was completely fired up, but I think I can still perfect the exercise a bit more. So choose to do it or not do it. It's absolutely at your choice. For my next exercise, back exercise, I am doing chest supported rows. Now, if you don't have this particular equipment, you can do it on an incline bench with a couple of dumbbells. We have done that previously. I did 3 sets. I try to get 8 to 10 repetitions because I loaded it as heavy as possible, almost close to my body weight. And if, as you can see on my facial expressions, I was pulling it with everything I got. And after deadlifting a good amount of weight, I was quite tired, but I kept pushing. So I was able to get 6 to 8 repetitions for my last set. But that's it for our second back exercise. For my next one, I choose to do this variation of pullovers. So there was a cable machine, there was an incline bench. I put the incline bench in front of the cable machine, and as you can see from the side, I did pullovers. An excellent exercise. I like this variation. It gives me a lot of back activation, puts my lat at an extreme stretch and an extreme contraction in one range of motion. I suggest you try if you have this cable machine and an incline bench. Otherwise, you can do it with a dumbbell, which we have done in our previous videos. If you have a lat pullover machine which is pre-built, then I'm more than happy for you. Please do this exercise on that machine. It's the same range of motion. It's the same activation of the muscle. Again, 3 sets, 12 repetitions with 60 seconds break in between. Try to get as much contraction, try to pull as much weight as possible and make it challenging. And that's it. We are done with our back exercises. And now move on to dead hangs. As usual, target is 100 seconds. I am still getting 1 minute after a heavy workout, but that's absolutely fine. Forearms get tired during everyday exercises because they are mostly involved unless you're doing an extreme leg based workout. Your arms are moving constantly, pulling and pushing the weight. Hopefully, if you are uh, able to hang for 100 seconds, make sure you hang for 100 seconds every day. It's a good thing. But if you aren't, let's keep trying to get those 100 seconds on a regular basis. I was able to get about nearby 60 seconds. That's it. And we are done with our exercises. Now it's time for our static stretches with 20 seconds hold each side. First, I have performed a lower back stretch. We have done this in my previous videos. I have done this in my static stretches video also. So simple. Make sure you hold for 20 seconds. And yes, if you like the video, please do like. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I would request you to do so because that gives me a lot of positive feedback. And if you have any feedback, please do drop a comment. I will go through all of them and try to, answer them or incorporate them in my uh, transformation workouts. So on that note, thank you so much for joining me. Please do drop a like And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.